Ukrainian drones have struck the Tatsinskaya railway station in the Rostov region of Russia, which is used to transport fuel and grain. As a result, a fire broke out in the station area. Footage of the fire was filmed and shared by local residents. Regional Governor Yuri Slusar said that Ukrainian kamikaze drones were shot down over several districts, and that the remains of the drone fell on a private house, causing a fire, which was quickly extinguished. It should be noted that in recent days, Ukrainian drones have targeted railway lines in several regions of Russia. This causes delays in the movement of passenger trains, including military cargo and fuel. Ukraine's Security Service, SBU, destroyed a Russian Su-30SM combat aircraft worth around $50 million in an attack on Saki airfield in Russian-annexed Crimea Peninsula on the night leading to August 4. For more aircraft, 1 Su-30SM and 3 Su-24 aircraft were also hit during the attack on Saki airfield that is a key Russian airbase for operations in the Black Sea. Su-30SM aircraft is estimated to cost between $35 million and $50 million. Russia's total losses from the attack may amount to hundreds of millions of dollars. The aviation weapons storage at the airfield was also hit during the attack, SBU reported. The security service stated that the attack was aimed at weakening Russia's ability to continue the war of invasion in Ukraine. The successful SBU special operation in Saki is another step toward weakening the enemy's ability to wage its war of aggression against Ukraine. The occupiers must remember that they will never feel safe on our land, the SBU said. It should be noted that Ukraine has scaled up drone attacks targeting air defense systems, radars, and ammunition depots in Crimea in an attempt to weaken Russia's military infrastructure in the peninsula that was illegally annexed by Moscow. Ukrainian intelligence launched a large-scale operation dubbed Spiderweb on Russian airfields on June 1, targeting over 40 aircraft on airfields deep in Russian territory. Defense intelligence of Ukraine has obtained classified information on the Russian nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine K-555 Nyaz Pozharsky, part of the 955A Boryay class. The Defense Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense reported the breach on its official website. According to the Defense Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense, Ukrainian intelligence acquired a significant volume of data, including personal information. The DAU has at its disposal names of the submarine's crew, including data on positions, qualifications, and level of their fit, combat instructions for the crew, ship's combat diagram, diagrams of survivability systems, and the crew's organizational structure, crew instructions in cabins and cockpits, instructions for transferring wounded and cargo, procedures for towing, and other job descriptions. Engineering documentation, including a report on the study of a deformed radio buoy, indicating the members of the commission and the companies that participated in the study. The intelligence also got extracts from the ship's schedule book, which regulates the daily combat and routine operation of the ship. As explained by the DAU, Project 955A Boryay submarines are one of the key elements of the Kremlin's so-called nuclear triad. These submarines have 16 launch silos for Ar-30 Bulava, 30 intercontinental ballistic missiles, each of which can carry up to 10 warheads. The strategic submarine Nyaz Pozharsky became part of the 31st Submarine Division of the Northern Fleet of the Russian Navy only on July 24, 2025. The submarine's permanent home base is Gadzeyevo, Murmansk region. The Nyaz Pozharsky was personally accepted for combat duty by Russian President Vladimir Putin. The information obtained by the intelligence officers allows us to identify the features and technical limitations of not only the Nyaz Pozharsky but also other submarines of the 955A project, which are critical to maintaining the imperial myth of the aggressor state of Russia, the DAU added. Ukrainian military intelligence special forces eliminated Russian troops who were taking photos in the village of Zeleny High, Donetsk Oblast, to boast about their advance toward Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Russian troops advancing near the administrative border between Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk Oblasts faced a swift setback after entering the operational zone of Ukraine's Special Forces Unit Bratstvo, part of the Defense Intelligence's Timur Unit. The occupiers found themselves in the zone of responsibility of the Bratstvo Special Unit within the Timur Unit of Ukraine's military intelligence, so their media triumph was short-lived, the HUR stated. Bratstvo warns, appearing with weapons and tricolor flags on our land ends the same way, with destruction, the intelligence officers emphasized. As reported by media, special forces of the main intelligence directorate destroyed Russian military personnel and equipment on the Tendra Spit. Thanks to the efforts of the soldiers of the Department of Active Operations of the Military District of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, the Ukrainian flag flew over the island. The operation took place without any losses on our side, the intelligence officers reported. The successful completion of the task was made possible thanks to the support of partners and donors who joined the Boats for GUR project, which is implemented by the Diana Podolyanchuk Charitable Foundation. According to the spokesman for the Southern Defense Forces, Vladislav Voloshin, the Russians recently conducted a rotation on the Tenderov and Kinbun Spits. They replaced the well-known 10th Cossack Reconnaissance and Assault Brigade Don with 2 battalions of their airborne assault troops from the Airborne Assault Brigade. Earlier, on July 16, the military monitoring platform Deep State reported that Russian forces were moving intensively through forested areas, villages, and frontline positions along this sector. According to the report, the entire front line from Oleksivka to Novopil is under constant pressure from Russian troops. The invading army continues to rely heavily on mass infantry assaults, despite suffering heavy losses, in an attempt to break Ukrainian defenses and seize more territory in Donetsk Oblast.